so much for tuning into this video. And again, so I noticed that I've heard a lot of people are asking the question of, how about if I have a little fear? There's something stopping me. There's something keeping me back, and it is legitimate. Okay. I know most, every time that you want to level up, every time that you want to go to the next level, there's going to be resistance like crazy. Okay. Now, I was telling you that I was getting some feedback from the people who have attended the webinars. And yesterday I sent you a video about, hey, if I don't have a fear, if I don't have a niche, what do I do? Or coach, I'm a little bit concerned that I might not, have enough information. What do I do? Or I don't have the skills. Okay. So I shot that video for you yesterday and we answered all those questions, whether you don't have a niche, whether you're worried about the skills, or you don't think that you have the ability to do it. That was answered. Okay. Now, today's video is about confronting that thing called fear. Again, the stuff coming through is that, what, coach, there's something holding me back. I don't feel confident. I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit, Now, if you watch yesterday's video, I shared with you the 5 C's. Those should help you to get rid of the fear. However, I thought, what? Why don't you shoot a whole video and explain this thing called fear so that we can do it? Get rid of it and do what we have to do, because I know you have dreams. I know you want to build your careers, you want to start your business, you want to start achieving what it is that you want to achieve, and now is the right time. Okay, so let us get into the video and deal with this thing called fear. Why do you feel like you won't pull the trigger? What is preventing you? Okay, and I'll give you a little bit of background why I think that is, or why it happens to most people, and then after that we can decide what we're going to do going forward. So every time that this shows up, I'll tell you, every time you want to level up, you want to go to the next level, you want to do something that you have never done, this one begins to rear its big head. Okay, every time you want to level up, okay, this one begins to. So that means that you're growing. That means, I had, again, I was speaking to Lois yesterday, and she said, oh, you know what, coach, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually wondering if I took the right decision. Then I laughed in her face and said, now you're beginning to work. And she didn't get it. She was like, huh? How does that even make sense? I said, every time you're moving, every time that you want to go to the next level, the old part of you is going to fight you like crazy all the way. It is going to resist like crazy. Every time you want to do something different, something amazing, you're going to get resistance. And this is what it is, okay? And it comes in form of fear. Now, most of the time, most of your fears are going to be based on one or two things, okay? Now, if you're the kind of person who's more, and this I'll just put here, your fear is a result of where your focus is at the moment, all right? So, if you are one of those people who is consistently focused on the past, okay, you're always thinking about, oh my God, maybe this happened to me. Maybe you tried so many other courses before and it didn't work. Maybe, it is based on the fact that somebody told you you're dumb, or somebody told you you'll never do it, or somebody said whatever it is. You are focused on that. Naturally, fear is going to come up when you want to do something new. Why? You are focused on the past. And usually, this past is what? Is characterized by things like what? Depression, okay? Most of it is depression. You're depressed. You wonder, oh my God, it is not going to work. Or this happened to somebody else, or whatever. This situation here is simply because your focus on your life is based in the past. Okay? This is what this is about. Okay? Now, if you are, on the other hand, the reason that you might get a bit of fear is that you are totally focused on the future here. All right? You're thinking about everything that could go wrong. You're thinking about how many people have done it and haven't made it happen. You're thinking about, oh my God, it is, I'm overwhelmed. Will I be able to do it? All that stuff, okay? And what does that do? If you are focused on the future, the chances are that your whole life is going to be characterized by anxiety. All right? You're anxious. That is where the fear is coming from. Why? You're focused mainly on what? On the future. Okay? Now, what is the solution to that? If you want to get to that level where you are doing what you have to do regardless of what is going on, you must get grounded in what we call the present. You must say, you know what? I am totally going to ground myself and create certainty in the now. That is what focusing on the present means. You are just focused on what you have to do today. You're not focused there. You're not focused there. It doesn't matter what happened to you. It has nothing to do with where you're going. And the future is going to be determined by what you do here. So what are you wasting time becoming anxious about when actually you are in a position where you are deciding what the future is going to be? So right now, I want you to take a step back and say, you know what? I have been focusing on the wrong thing. The reason that I haven't gotten into the course right now might be either you're so focused on the past or you are so focused on the future. And I'm saying, hey, get out of it and what? Focus on the present and get grounded. Okay? What does that mean? Get clarity on where you are. Okay? Say, you know what? This is exactly what I want. All right? And I'm going to come back to that in a little while. Okay? But I just wanted to come to you and say, hey, you know what? Yesterday we discussed the things that should get rid of this, okay? Actually, the moment you begin to level up, this should stop to exist. And that is the whole goal. Because you have your niche, you know how to understand that, you know, you have permission to get out and make it happen. Most importantly, you have a skill. And let me just give you a few examples of some people who, yes, by the way, most people might start off when they're a little bit fearful, but they go on to what? To create some amazing things, okay? Let me introduce you to somebody called Jennifer, all right? And Jennifer is a nutritionist, okay? Nutritional coach, all right? And wellness, all right? Now, actually, as a matter of fact, she just produced her essential oils, line, and it's beautiful, okay? And what? When she came in, of course, she was not where she is right now, okay? Now, was she very much focused on the present? Absolutely not. She came in and you could tell that there was a little bit of what? Of anxiousness. Of depression. Why? She wanted something, but she didn't know how to do it. She then confronted her past and said, you know what? I'm going to use this to get me to where I need to get by focusing on what I needed to become. Now she has gone on not just create leisure, but also to be a wonderful coach. All right? Now, you can check her out at leisureWellness.com. You'll find out what she's all about. But when she came in, of course, by the way, when she first started, I'll tell you, her niche was, first she was a marketer, and then after marketing, she went into, what was she doing? She went and taught at a university before, and then, slowly but surely, she went and started to do silent retreats, okay? And then after silent retreats, guess what? All this time she's refining and getting to know that and getting permission and building her skills. She has studied so much to get to that level where now she's the #1 nutritional and wellness coach in this part of the world. It has taken her time to go through, but it had her to what? To say, you know what? I am going to ground myself and have clarity to do what I need to do. All right? So that is Jennifer, okay? I will tell you about another person, okay? She's called Betty. All right, everybody needs to know about Betty because Betty has got an amazing story. All right, I met Betty while she was a human resource manager, and she had a stammer. I know she doesn't mind me saying that because that is where she started. Okay, and it was one of those. Either she was just going to end up. She has a fantastic story. You need to check her out at bettyogill.com or look for a book called Against All Odds. Now, when Betty came in, okay, she was in HR. All right. And I don't think she was going very far, okay? Now, I come in and I challenge her and I tell her, listen, I don't want to listen to your story. I just want you to pick a niche, find out what you need to do, understand you can do it, and then get the skills, okay? So she came from HR and then she said, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write a book, all right? Why? She had chosen a niche and she said, I'm going to write the book. And then after the book, then she started to do her own sessions of training, okay? An evening where she gets people into a room and she inspires them over an evening over 3 hours, okay? And then after that, she created her what? Her mastermind, all right? And now she's doing amazing. She's getting people to pay her to what? To get them to the next level of their lives because she went through the process. Most importantly, she got rid of the past because she had an accident and everybody, was like, oh my God. I told her this has nothing to do with where you're going. Most importantly, don't focus on that. Focus on this right here, okay? Now Betty is a force to be reckoned with, okay? She is actually calling herself the Oprah of the African continent. Who knows, all right? Now, that is Betty. Now, and finally, I want to introduce you to somebody called Corbus. Visser, the fire master, all right? This is a great friend of mine. He's the guy, I think he's the best trainer when it comes to teaching people and to teaching people how to take their sessions and trainings and coaching to the next level when it comes to mind power, all right? So Corbus comes through the training, and the time that he came through the training, Corbus was a what? He was a sales trainer at the time, all right? And then he comes through the training, and then after he has done the training, he says, you know what I want to do is I want to teach people about how to take their training sessions to the next level by empowering them, okay? So he goes into empowerment training, okay? And after empowerment training, he says, you know what, I'm going to create the largest community of fire workers on the planet, okay? Then he got into fire, and then he became a fire master, okay? And then now he is what you'd call a master coach at Mind Power. Okay, now Corbus has got a very, very interesting story as well, okay? He's got a disease called hemophilia, okay? And he doesn't have elbows and he doesn't have ankles, but when you first meet him, he's full of energy, he's full of life. Most importantly, he doesn't care about what happened in the past. No, he's focused on right here being the best that he can be. Most importantly, he is creating his own future. My question to you is, how does this even future in what you need to do? The challenge for you right now is say, you know what? I'm going to focus on the present. And in focusing on the present, everything else will fall in place. Why? When we say that you got to focus on the present and ground yourself and have certainty, there's certain things that can help you to do what you have to do here, okay? So number one, make sure that you have total clarity of what it is that you want to create. Number two, ensure that there is a desire and determination. Because with desire and determination, this cannot exist, all right? And then number three, get some world-class mentorship. That is why the course is there. That is why I'm sending you all these videos, because with world-class mentorship, you have people who have been there. They're going to walk you there. And that is where fear ceases to exist. And then, of course, have a proven process. Okay? You have clarity what you want. Your desire and determination is deep. You're getting the right people to help you, and they're using a proven process. How, this stops to exist, okay? We don't consider that anymore because we're leveling up. And that is what it takes, okay? So, yes, you might have had a little bit of fear, but I'm saying get away from the past. Don't worry about the future. Focus on the present, because the present creates the future. And that is what it's all about. All you got to do right now is I need you to say, you know what? I am sick and tired of trying to create illusions of fear that might never come to pass. I just want to make something happen. How am I going to make that something happen? First is I am going to pull the trigger. All right? I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to take action. Period. Okay? I am going to take action. So you got to take action right now, okay? Stop thinking about it, because every day that you allow to sleep, Tony Robbins says, for you to get massive results, you must take action where you set a goal, okay? So you have decided you want to become a consultant. That is why you're still watching this. By the fact that you're still here, you must decide that I'm going to take action. And that action must be taken when? Now. It must be taken now. Decide, you know what? I am taking my action now, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I am just going to do what I have to do. And then if you take action now and you get feedback, all you have to do is repeat taking action now. And before you know it, you'll get into that position where things are happening much easier, much quicker for you. Okay? So do not wait for another day. Do not think there's going to be another chance. No, now is your time. Now is the time for you to do what you have to do. Now is the time for you to take action and begin to build your dreams. And that is why I am telling you about the great offer that we have for you in the World-Class Consultants with Audacity course, okay? And yes, I told you in the video yesterday that everything that you need is in the course, okay? There's no place elsewhere on the planet where you have a course that breaks down the entire process of not just creating a great business, but making sure that you're learning how to sell, you're learning the social media side, you're learning how to present in front of camera, everything in one place. In 7 weeks, the entire process is sorted out for you, okay? So rather than focus on, oh, what could go wrong, how about you focus on what could get better? How about you focus on not just the past, but saying, you know what, I am going to have clarity of what I want. I have a desire and determination. I am going to get great mentorship, and I'm following a proven process, especially that is at world-class consultants with Audacity. Because when you do this, you will be like all these other guys, okay? Jennifer is living an amazing life. Betty is making her difference. Corbus is building a wonderful organization. Why? They took action. They faced fear and they took action. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is that we can never get rid of fear. We can tame fear. We can use fear. Okay? You use your fear to say, you know what? Because I'm fearful of being broke for the rest of my life, guess what? I'm going to do something about it. Okay? Sometimes you need to use the fear to inspire you to do what you have to do. All right? So it is not about the fear. It's about taming the head of the cobra head of fear and doing what you have to do. So at the end of this video, at the bottom, there is a button there. Okay? Click on it. Get into the course. Let's get your business going. Let's get you fired up. Let's get you all organized, and let's get you to begin to build your dreams and begin to live the life that you want, so that you can get your first client, your second client, your third client. You're making a difference and you're getting paid to do that. Okay? So click the button down and let's make this happen for you. Okay? So until next time, I'll see you in the course. Bye-bye.